What is going on, online fitness coaches? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives, Make Money Online Trainer podcast. This is the #1 show for online fitness coaches who are trying to grow a successful online business. In today's episode, we are talking about the difference between the 10K Academy and the 10K Mastermind. What is the difference between the Academy and the Mastermind? Now, for some of you guys that have been following me forever, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. So basically, the 10K Academy is what you guys are seeing promoted on my social media all the time. And like you're seeing all my students talking about the 10K Coaching Academy. So basically, there's two different levels to my program, all right? There's two different levels to working with me when you first find me on social media. So for those of you guys that have been like listening to my podcasts and following me for a while, when you first reach out to me and you're like, yo, B Mark, like I'm interested in working with you. When me and you are talking about working together, the first thing that we're gonna always talk about no matter what is the 10K Coaching Academy. So for those of you guys that are like newer online coaches that are like interested in growing your coaching business, the 10K Coaching Academy is like the first level of working with me. It's like the first opportunity. Now, when you join the 10K Coaching Academy, for those of you guys that are in the Academy, this is basically going to be a little bit of a review for you. You're going to kind of like, you're going to know all the things that I'm laying out. But when you join the 10K Coaching Academy, basically the way that we set up the 10K Coaching Academy is to help you grow your business. Now, I'm emphasizing certain things for a reason. So the 10K Academy is set up to help you grow your business. And the 10K Coaching Academy has everything you guys need to help your business get to $10,000 a month. And so what we've done in the Academy is we set it up so that you've got the units, right? So if you're in the 10K Coaching Academy, you know what I'm talking about. We've got the units. So the units are like the foundation for your coaching business. The units are absolutely foundational. I've been an online fitness coach since 2014. And so I went through the trial and error of figuring out exactly what you guys need to do to set up your coaching business. I've also worked with over 1,000 online coaches, and I've had different like variations of the program. And the way that we set up the program now is like the most successful version of it so far, meaning that there's the most amount of clients that are going through the units in sequential order and getting amazing results. And so in the units, like here's exactly what you guys are going to learn in the units. And again, if you are in the 10K Coaching Academy, this is a little bit of a review. But if you're in the 10K Coaching Academy and you're struggling with something, then you know this might be a chance for you guys to go back in and study, right? So in the 10K Coaching Academy, you guys are going to learn, like most online trainers that come into the online coaching world don't know how to write content. So what I teach you guys how to do is I teach you guys how to write content, connection, proof, and value. But not only how to write content, I actually give you guys templates. And so I give you guys posting templates for connection posts, posting templates for proof posts, posting templates for value posts. Like I literally give you guys step-by-step instructions for how to write content. And I'm also teaching you about the psychology of writing content and why it's important and the platforms that I prefer to write content on, etc. So I teach you guys how to write your content. So that's the first thing. The second thing I show you guys how to do in the 10K Coaching Academy is to set up your profile. We actually recently started helping you guys design your profiles as well. And so there's like a lot of like really, really fire cover photos that are coming out from the 10K Coaching Academy, because when you join, we want to make sure that your profile is set up properly. And so we're actually helping you guys design your profile. We teach you guys how to expand your network. And so most online trainers, when they first start their coaching business, literally have no idea how they're going to attract online clients because they've got a small social media following. Like one of my clients, Janelle Wheel, started my program with like 600 followers. I think it was less than that actually. So we taught her how to expand her network and what she needs to do and where she needs to go to do that. We literally give you guys step-by-step instructions. We teach you guys how to book phone calls. And our phone, like if you're in the 10K Academy and you can relate to this, like drop some fire in the comments, or if you're like tuning in, just let me know. Like our DM script is literally gold. Like our DM script to book phone calls is like the gold mine. And if you actually study the DM script and you actually learn the DM script and you practice the DM script like I wrote it, it is literal gold and it works. And so I teach you guys how to take somebody from, you know, messaging you on social media to booking a call with that person so that they're, you know, you have a chance to convert them into your online coaching program. We also teach you guys how to sell those calls because a lot of you guys aren't very good at sales as online coaches. So in the 10K Academy, we teach you how to sell your phone calls. We give you guys phone scripts, and we also train you guys how to use it. Like we've got sales trainings that happen every single week. We've got lead generation systems. We've got systems to help you set up your clients. We've got how to create a Facebook community. And the best part is like the units are always available, you guys. One of my clients, his name's at BTM Shreds on Instagram. He was saying that he was like struggling to grow his coaching business. He's been with me for like 8 months. He was stuck at like $300 a week. And so what he did is he literally went back into the units and started watching one video per day. And now he's back at $1,000 per week. And so like We literally have the foundation of growing a coaching business inside of the 10K Coaching Academy. It's the foundation. Like if you're looking to grow a successful coaching business, like we have the foundation to do it. And that's why so many trainers are trusting us. That's why I'm getting so many DMs on a regular basis about working with me. That's why you guys are seeing so many clients crossing $10,000 a month, because we have the fucking foundation and it's very effective. And we also have 10 extra coaching calls per week. And so not only do we have the units, like part of my job is design amazing units for you guys and make sure that you guys are, have the best up-to-date systems. But a bigger part of my job is like actually making sure you guys do your shit, right? Because like you all know this with fat loss. I was actually talking to one of my clients, Mariah, this morning at the gym about this. I'm like, I know the blueprint works, but my job is to make people do it. It's kind of like when you guys get a weight loss client that wants to lose 20 pounds and you design the training program and the workout plan, and then you have to actually get them to do it, right? So we've got 10 extra coaching calls designed to kick you in your ass to make sure that you actually do the units. And also like help you guys with questions and Q&As and breakdowns and like profile audits and DM script audits. Like we give you guys fucking everything. And any question that you ever have is answered within 24 hours by 2 coaches in the 10K Coaching Academy. And we've got over 800 clients who are all supportive as fuck. So the 10K Coaching Academy, the reason the students get results is because it's fucking dope. Like it's like a really good place to be. If you're in the 10K Coaching Academy, you already know this. So I don't need to tell you guys this. So the real question is, if the 10K Academy is so good, why would I ever pay more for the mastermind? Like, why would I pay more? Like if I can get to $10,000 a month in the 10K Coaching Academy, and we do have a lot of clients that are crossing 10K, why would I pay more for the mastermind? In fact, one of my clients, Martina, in the 10K Academy right now is making $20,000 a month. Now, let's talk about the problems, right? So as your income grows in the 10K Coaching Academy, which obviously is a good problem to have, you start to run into some issues. So if you're an online coach and you currently have these issues, then like this is where, if you're at $5,000 to $10,000 a month, this is where you start to run into some problems. Problem number 1 is that you have so many clients that you're starting to lose track. You're having a hard time keeping up with like meal plans, program updates, and keeping up with all your clients happy. And as a result, you start to slack in creating content and you start to slack in your lead gen because you're fucking busy, right? So as your coaching business starts to grow, what happens is you start getting a lot of clients and you start losing track and you start having to play catch up and keep up. And then because you're playing catch up and keep up and, keeping your clients happy, you start to slack in content and lead gen. How many of you guys are there? Now, problem number 2, as you start to grow your coaching business, is you're like always working. You're always fucking working. So in the 10K Coaching Academy, once we teach you guys how to grow a successful online business, it's like cool. It's like exciting, but you're always working. You're working like 8 to 10 to 12-hour days. And even though you're making good money, like once you start making $5,000 to $10,000 a month, it's like you're making good money. Some of my clients in the 10K Academy are even making 20K. You start getting tapped for time and you start feeling like you literally can't get everything done in a week. And even when you get everything done, there's literally just another massive list the next day to do. And you start like catching some overwhelm. Now, problem number 3 that in the academy that starts to happen is you start to get this like, I want to define this properly. You start to succeed, and then when you start to get a little bit successful, you almost get content. And as a result of getting content, you lose momentum. And then you realize that you lost momentum, and you're like, oh shit, I need to pick it back up. And then you start to pick it back up. And then as soon as you pick it back up and you get to another place where you're comfortable, you get content, and then you lose momentum again. And so in the 10K Academy, once you get to a certain level, it's almost like you're gaining momentum and then you're losing it. Then you're gaining it, and then you're losing it. You're at like 5K and then you get to 7K and then you go back down to 5. And then you get back up to 8 and then you go back down to 3. Like it's like you're constantly like starting and stopping. It's like you're losing momentum, gaining momentum, losing momentum, gaining momentum. And your business is kind of like, it's a little bit of a roller coaster in the 10K Coaching Academy once you start to make some money and you haven't like really leveled up your mindset. Now, problem number 4 is that you spend too much time in the DMs engaging with prospects, and you're spending a lot of time on phone calls with your prospects. You literally feel like you need to clone yourself, right? So like the 10K Coaching Academy helps you guys set up your business, and it's really exciting, but we do have some fucking issues. You start losing track of clients because you're so busy. You start doing so many meal plans, so many training plans. You start slacking on content because you're so busy. You're working 10 to 12 to 14-hour days sometimes, and you're tapped for time. You're like starting and stopping with your momentum, starting and stopping with your momentum. and you're spending way too much time engaging with prospects and in the DMs, and you spend a lot of time on phone calls, and you feel like you're completely tapped for time and you need to clone yourself. How many of you guys feel like that in the 10K Academy? If I'm speaking to you, let me know. So I wanted to kind of decipher the difference between the 10K Academy and the Mastermind, and I wanted to make this podcast really good because I knew that like I would, if anybody was ever interested in the Mastermind, I would want to explain to them what the difference is. So what I actually did is I went to my previous 10K Mastermind students and I asked them what the main difference was between the 10K Academy and the Mastermind. And if you are tuning in on Facebook or Instagram and you like have something that you want to add and you're in the 10K Academy or you're in the 10K Mastermind, I want to know. But I'm going to tell you guys what they said. But before I do that, my answer is this. All right, my answer is this. So here's my answer. Okay, so the 10K Academy teaches you how to grow your business. That's what happens in the 10K Academy. And the 10K Mastermind teaches you how to become the CEO of your business. So the 10K Academy teaches you how to grow your business. And the 10K Mastermind teaches you how to become the CEO of your business. The 10K Academy is about like you and, making sure that you know how to lead gen, content, etc. And the 10K Mastermind is where you go from me to we. The 10K Mastermind is when you start hiring a team. The 10K Mastermind is where you go from me to we. It's where you start hiring people to help you with your coaching business, virtual assistants, assistant coaches, leaders in your community. Your business goes from me to we. That's what happens in the Mastermind. Your business goes from me to we. Guys, in my experience, for me personally, number one is like, I have a client. His name's Tyler Mackey. He was in the 10K Academy, and Tyler Mackey was doing really, really well in the 10K Academy. He was at like $7,000 to $8,000 to $9,000 a month. His first month in the Mastermind, he hit $10,000 a month, and now it's his second month in the Mastermind, and he hit $16,000 a month. And I'm going to talk about why, because again, let's talk. First things first is I want to really address the problem number 3 that we talked about, which was this idea of complacency, right? Complacency is the fucking devil. Complacency will kill you. And so many coaches are doing good enough to say that they're doing good enough. And good enough is $5,000 to $8,000 a month. And that's good. And if you're making $5,000 to $8,000 a month in the 10K Academy, like, don't get me wrong, you need to give yourself a pat on the back. However, that's not good enough because I know that there's something fucking deep inside of you that knows that you could be doing more. And so for Tyler Mackey, he was making $3,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month in the 10K Academy, but he knew that he wanted more. And so he wasn't satisfied. He wasn't happy. And that's why he's like, bro, I need to be in the Mastermind. And I actually remember when he said, I need to be in the Mastermind, he DM'd Cole about it. And Cole's like, I'm not letting you in the Mastermind until you hit 7K a month. And so Tyler forced himself to level up. He forced himself to get to that level, join the Mastermind. This first month in the Mastermind, he hit $10,000 a month. And then the second month in the Mastermind, he hit $16,000 a month. He actually just had a $6,500 day last week, $6,500 in a day. Now, for me, in my experience, the 10K Mastermind, one of the reasons that it's so successful, and one of our reasons, in the last Mastermind we ran, we had 16 students and 14 of them graduated over 10K a month. And we promised 80%. We promised an 80% success rate. We had an 86% success rate. 14 of them graduated over 10K a month, and the other 2 were at 8K and 9K. But one of our students was at $125,000 a month. Another one of our students was at $55,000 a month when he graduated. And I think the reason that the 10K Mastermind students do so well is because they get instant access to me, Cole, and Natasha. And we're doing customized shit, instant access. And if they have a problem, I've gotten on many calls with my 10K Mastermind students, and I've spent a lot of time talking to a lot of my 10K Mastermind students. And it's instant access to this in the sense of customized approaches to your business. It's in the 10K Academy, we've designed this system to help you win. We've designed the system to get your ass off the ground and get your ass into momentum and get your ass moving. And then once your ass is moving, there's a lot of moving parts to a business. There really is. When you've got 20, 30, 40 clients, there's a lot of things that you need to manage. And so in the 10K Mastermind, what I like to do is, you've got a business that's working, that's hitting like $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 a month. I really fucking like coming into that business and telling you, the small tweaks that are, okay, now you need to tweak this in order to go from like 7K to 12K. This is what you need to do. Once you're at 12K, if you want to get from 12K to 17K, this is what you need to do. Like, that's what I really like to do. And so I'm giving specific and actionable feedback. But it's not only me. It's like, you guys get access to Natasha Starcheski. And Natasha Starcheski is a head coach in the mastermind. She has a business that has 100 employees. She has a business that has 100 employees. And so you get access to Natasha, who's giving you feedback on helping you hire team members and putting team members in your business. You also have Cole Da Silva. And Cole Da Silva has literally been by my side the entire time me and him have been building Pizza Domination together. And so you get direct feedback from me, direct feedback from Cole, direct feedback from Natasha. Right. And so like one of my clients, Austin, I asked him about what the difference between the academy and the mastermind was. And he said that the difference, it's like a constructive pressure to succeed and push yourself. It's like the higher level strategies, like the VAs and the 4-day challenges. It makes it a lot less daunting when you have like a proven system that's like step by step. Another thing I want to touch on with the 10K Academy and the mastermind actually is like, I never fucking teach anything that doesn't work ever. Like I will never, ever, ever teach you guys something that doesn't work. And if you're in the 10K Mastermind, you can fucking let me know if this is true. Every single thing that I've taught in the 10K Mastermind is like literally step 1, step 1.3, step 1.4, step 1.5. It's like super fucking specific. And it's like super specific and dialed in. And like every aspect of the interaction with the clients is dialed in. And as a result, all you need to do in the 10K Mastermind is like, follow the fucking, it's the same thing in the academy. It's like, follow the fucking blueprint. But it's like in the academy, we do systems and strategies to kind of get you started. And in the mastermind, it's systems and strategies to help you go from like fucking 5 to 10 to 20K. It's like step-by-step directions. And in the 10K Academy, there's only a certain level that I can teach to because there's so many students in the academy. And I don't want to teach super high level concepts in the academy and then have somebody brand new come in and get super confused. Like that's not the goal for me in the 10K Academy is to help you get to 10K, period. That's it. In the 10K Academy, everything I teach will get you to 10K. In the 10K Mastermind, everything I teach will get you from like 10 to 20 to 30 to 40 to 50. And I can't teach the 10 to 20 to 30 to 40, 50 stuff in the academy because if I'm brand new on social media and I come in and I'm like trying to teach how to hire virtual assistants, like somebody that's brand new won't get value from that and they'll actually get confused. And so that's why there's like a distinct difference between the concepts that I teach in the academy to get started and the concepts that I teach in the mastermind to scale and take you guys to the next level. So Austin was saying that it's a constant pressure to succeed and push yourself. So in the academy, we've got 800 students, right? And because we have 800 students, it's easy to fucking hide. It's easy to hide sometimes. And so in the academy, sometimes we'll get students that are making like $3,000 to $5,000 a month, but then they'll start to struggle and they'll just fucking hide and they won't say anything to the coaches. They'll just hide in the academy. But in the and let me know if you've done this in the academy. You struggle and then you hide, and then 2 weeks later you reach out to me and I fucking give you a voice note and kick you in the ass. But it's like in the mastermind, you can't fucking hide because we keep the mastermind small on purpose because we qualify everyone that joins the mastermind, right? And so like you literally need to go through an interview process because we don't fuck around. Like in the mastermind, it's like we won't fuck around. Like if you're fucking around, we'll chop you. Like it's like we've done it before and like we have to maintain the integrity to the mastermind. So you can't hide in the mastermind. And if you do hide, you get called out. You get called the fuck out because there's other people in the mastermind that are succeeding at high levels and like they want to see you succeed. And so if Janelle sees that you're slacking off in the mastermind, she hasn't seen you post in a couple of days, like she'll call you the fuck out or your coaches will call you out and we'll do it publicly. Like we'll do it like in front of everyone because we don't allow low level behavior. We won't allow low level behavior. And so if you're like slacking off or you're fucking not doing your content, you're not posting, you're not doing what the fuck you said you were going to do, we will call you out. There's like a pressure to perform at a high level. And it's obviously it comes from the coaches because we want you to succeed super bad. And that is also why we pre-qualify people before you come in. And we're just straight up with you. And we're like, yo, if you join this fucking mastermind, like this is an all-in commitment. And like, we're going to be calling you out and we're going to be intense and we're going to be on your ass. And if you fall behind, you're going to fucking like, you're going to feel the heat. And so because of that pressure and because the environment that we create, it forces you to evolve. One of my clients, Austin, just said he wanted to vomit at the start because it was so intense in the best possible way. Austin also graduated the mastermind, like I think it was like 3 months ago now, 2 or 3 months ago. And he's hitting $10,000 a month, every month. And he was not doing that before the mastermind. Before the mastermind, he was hitting 3 to 4, and now he's hitting 10 every single month. One of my clients, Jay Stewart, when I asked him about the difference between the academy and the mastermind, he said it's like a concentration of all the sharks. And it's like instant access to the big sharks. Because in the 10K Academy, guys, don't get me wrong. Like we've helped 124, actually it's 126 students. Is it 127 now? I think it might be 100. It is 127. We just helped 127 students hit $10,000 a month. It's crazy. And like, that's amazing. And all those students are in the academy, and anybody that's in the mastermind is also in the academy as well. But when you go into the mastermind, everybody that's in the mastermind is making like $5,000+ a month. Like you have to be making $5,000+ a month in order to be in there. And so it's like a concentration of all of the people that are like successful at online training. It's a concentration of all the people that are hungry as fuck. And as a result of the concentration, like the level of like conversation that happens between everybody is very high, and everybody grows a lot faster. So it's like a concentration of sharks. And like, imagine how cool it would be to have direct access to somebody like Don Lamb. Like you're talking to Don Lamb every single day, because Don Lamb is like one of the, or it's direct access to somebody like Maverick Willett. Right? Every single day you get to talk to Maverick Willett because he's in the same program as you, and you guys are literally having conversations every single day. Direct access every single day to Janelle Wheel, and you guys are talking every single day. It's like, that's like the level that we play at in the 10K Mastermind. And again, it's access to me, Cole, and Natasha. But it's like when you're around I think the biggest thing that most of my trainers said that graduated the mastermind is that when you are around other people that are succeeding at a high level, when you're around other people that are fucking hungry, when you're around other people that want to be successful, it forces you to level up. Like Jay Stewart, I remember when he joined the mastermind, when Jace joined the mastermind, Don was making $40,000 a month when he joined, and Jace was making like $7,000 a month. And when Jace joined, Jace said to me, he's like, hey, if Don's making $40,000 a month, there's no fucking reason that I can't be making $40,000 a month. So I'm going to hit 40 before I graduate the mastermind. And he like made that commitment to himself. And I remember when he told me that, he said he wanted to vomit. He's like, when I actually said that out loud, I wanted to puke. Like I knew that I wanted to do it, and I knew that it was possible, but it made me want to puke. But he told me that he wanted to do it. And by the time the mastermind graduated, Jace was making $50,000 per month without using any fucking Facebook ads. And then homie went on to continue to grow his business. He just hit $67,000 last month, growing his coaching business. And not only like, I'm not just talking about money, you guys. Like, I know this is pretty fucking like unbelievable. It sounds like a fucking hoax when I say it out loud. It really does when I'm talking about this. But Jace has over 250 clients right now. 250 clients paying him like on a weekly basis. And he's changing 250 people's lives. He's building a fucking movement. And he's changing so many people's lives, and he's got so many people that are on his team that are helping him grow this movement. And so it's like Jay Stewart went from like a one-man show to a fucking army. Like he's got like, 8 to 10 people that are on his team now serving 250 to 300 people. It's like, he's got this movement, and he's like changing the fucking world, like one person at a time. And then you've got clients like Don Lamb who are making $125,000 a month and just became like the king of his arena. He just became like the person that everybody goes to, right? My clients, Joey and Brady, I asked them, I'm like, what do you think the difference between the 10K Academy and the 10K Mastermind was? And they both said it's the environment and it's the support system. It's like being around other people that are super hungry to succeed, but also because everybody's super hungry to succeed, everybody's so quick to give. Right. And so, like I remember one of our clients, Charlie Meister, who has, he's got like 61,000 followers on Instagram. His content's amazing. He came in and he just did like an hour-and-a-half long training on how he creates his content. It was incredible. One of our clients, Christine Cardenas, came in and she gave away her step-by-step process for how she signed a client from a Facebook group in 48 hours. Literally showed the post, the comment, the DM script, the close, all of it. And she just gave it all just gave it away to the mastermind. And it's because everybody wants each other to succeed at a high level. And so the level of like, sharing that happens between the people that are invested is incredible. I remember one of my clients, I asked Don Lamb, I'm like, yo, what was the difference between the academy and the mastermind? And for those of you guys that don't know, Don Lamb is currently the king of PT domination. He has, he's made $125,000 in 1 month without ads. It's fucking bananas. I asked him, I'm like, what's the difference between, the academy and the mastermind? And he said, it's the coaching specific to each of our goals inside of the mastermind. I remember I actually, me and Don Lamb got on a phone call when he was in the mastermind because he was really struggling. He was tapped for time. He had zero time. He was really struggling. And I helped him devise like a game plan to, do kickoff calls for his coaching program. And as a result of that game plan, he was able to free up all of his time. His income went from $50,000 1 month to 76 the next month, because I helped him fix the bottleneck. And then after his $76,000 month, his next month was over 100,000. So it's like, because I'm able to like see into your guys' business, and like I'm running a business right now, you guys, with 815 clients. And so all of the knowledge that I'm sharing with you guys is a result of like me running this business. And that's why I like doing the podcast as well. Like I just like to share what I learn along the way. But because I can see your business and I can see inside of it, I can tell you, do this, then do this, then do this. And it just removes a lot of the questions for you. And you can just like rest and just do what the fuck we're saying, right? Just follow the directions. Barbie said to me, she said, it's like the one-on-one interaction, like having direct access to you guys and other people who want to go above and beyond. And again, it's like, when you look at it's so funny, because I think that when people are joining the mastermind, they think like, oh, I can't wait to get VAs. But what you don't realize when you join the mastermind is like, it's not the VAs that you're looking for. It's the fucking environment. It's like being around the people that are like hungry. It's like being in a group with people who are like excited and motivated to fucking change the world, who are motivated to grow their coaching business, who are like not afraid to say that they're looking to make more money, who are not afraid to say that they're looking to fucking like grow and like take over, and like they're not afraid to step into their power. Imagine being like literally fucking starving every single day for success. Like waking up every single day and be like, I fucking want this. I want the next level. Like I want it. And then you see and then on those days where you're not starving for success, you feel like you're struggling, you log into your group and somebody makes $5,000 in a day and you're like, I fucking want it again. I want it. I want to be successful. And so it's like, I asked Fatty, I'm like, what's the difference? He said, the difference is, the mindset and the coaching specificity. Right. And it's exactly like one of my clients, Tyler, said, it's the mindset. I think that that's another thing that people don't realize that they need, but it's like essential. I swear in my life, if I could do like an entire coaching program on mindset, like a year-long coaching program on mindset, I would, and not teach any strategy. Like if I could just coach you on your mindset and coach you guys how to think better and feel better and get yourself into a good state, like more often, if I could just show you how to do that, like your business would blow up. And that's what we do in the first month of the mastermind. We literally just focus on mindset for 30 days. And just focusing on mindset for 30 days, every single client that joined the mastermind, we have 25 students right now. Every single fucking one of those clients in the first month had their highest income earning month ever. Every single one that joined the mastermind. All we did was fucking mindset. Christine said that it's the intimacy, it's the competition. Guys, the 10K Mastermind is where you go when you're fucking ready to take over. The 10K Mastermind is where you go when you're ready to take over. The 10K Mastermind is where you go when you want to be the best in the fucking game. And that, like, I'm always super direct with everyone that joins too. I'm like, do not join. Do not join if you don't want to take the fuck over, because I'm going to like put your face to the fire. And when you're messing up, I'm going to call you on it. And if you're slacking, I'm going to call you on it. And when I give you feedback, I expect you to implement it. Like that's the fucking level that we're playing at. A couple of my clients, Amy and Brett, just commented they made $80,000 this month after a year of being in the mastermind. So they graduated a year ago and they just hit $80,000. 80K. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Guys, a 10K mastermind, and the best part for me is it keeps getting better and better and better. And the mastermind, even a year ago, 2 years ago, is nowhere close to where the mastermind is at now, because you guys get direct access to me and Cole, and as me and Cole, and Natasha, and as our business starts to grow rapidly because of our knowledge, like we freely and openly share all of that knowledge, including everything we learned from running the 10K Coaching Academy in the mastermind. We like openly share everything. We don't hold anything back. I talk about my experience like running the mastermind. Like I talk about my experience in the academy. I talk about everything because in the mastermind, like that's where I want to, like my goal is to give you guys my brains so that you guys can become the Brian Mark of your space. So that you guys can become the PT domination of your space. So you guys can become like the only fucking option like in your area or in your town or in your network, right? And like, guys, as a result of us like openly sharing all of the struggles and the wins and the knowledge. And yeah, another thing is like, like when I'm fucking struggling, I open up on social media a little bit, but my mastermind students, like they fucking know. Like I just tell them everything. Cause I'm like, yo, I want you guys to hear me struggle and then I'll tell them like about me struggling and then I'll show the fuck up 30 minutes later on a live stream. And it's like, they can see like, the transition and how I just like turn the switch. I talk about how I solve problems. Exactly. And guys, as a result of us like sharing so openly, like the students grow at a rapid rate. Like you're going to learn how to hire team members to work with you in your business so that you can focus on the shit that you love. Right? Hiring team members to help you with generating your leads and hiring team members to help you with managing your client, hiring team members to help you manage your fucking business. If you want to hire coaches, you can hire coaches. I know that Don Lamb literally has 8 coaches that are working for his business now. Fucking 8 coaches. One of my clients, Alex, has got a couple coaches that are working underneath him right now. We've got Jay Stewart, who's building a team of like 6 to 8 coaches right now. It's like, it becomes so much more than just you. In the 10K Mastermind, you go from you running your business to you owning a fucking business that's changing the world. And the best part is like your business makes way more money. Of course, that's why you guys hear crazy numbers. And guys, the funny thing about talking about like numbers is I feel like every time I talk about income, there's like a little bit of like almost like a weird aura around money. But here's something that I want to share with you guys. Is the reason that I openly talk about like finances is because finances are what like online trainers want to know. But like finances are what most people measure success by. That's what I'm going to say. So when I tell you guys $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, it's easy for online trainers to attach success to that. And it's easy for us I use finances almost like a gauge to measure my progress. It's like, okay, I can make this much more. But like, your business makes way more money, but it's not about the money that you're making. Like you have to understand that if you're making $50,000 a month, that means you have like 100 to 200 clients, and 100 to 200 clients that for them to choose to continue to pay you, that means you must be changing their fucking life. Otherwise, they wouldn't be choosing to continue to pay you. And so like, not only is the 10K Mastermind helping you make more money, but it inspires you to change way more fucking people's lives. Basically what the mastermind does, if you're in the 10K Coaching Academy right now, if you're in the 10K Coaching Academy, this is what the mastermind does. I give you like I come in with like a can of gasoline to your fire that we lit in the 10K Coaching Academy, and I dump a bunch of gasoline on it. And then I show you guys like how to like not let the fire consume you. Because obviously in the 10K Academy, you guys can go and do a lot of lead gen on your own and you can sign a bunch of fucking clients, and that's amazing. But how many of you guys have ever grown your coaching business to a point where it burned the fuck out of you? It like burned you out and you didn't want to look at your phone anymore because you were so overwhelmed and you were so like, I can't lead gen myself anymore. I can't do content anymore. I'm so like tapped out. Because so many people will like dump gasoline on their fire, but then they don't know how to manage it as it gets bigger. And so like they get overwhelmed, they get burned out, and then they go back to fucking, a lower income level because they think that that's all that they can handle. And everybody that like wants to grow their coaching business will come up to a certain point where like they're growing. And then all of a sudden, like more growth equals more pain, and more growth equals that like people are basically like consuming themselves with work. And so in your coaching business, not only do you need to grow, but you need to learn how to manage the growth, mindset wise, systems wise, everything like that. So the 10K Mastermind takes an entire container of gasoline and dumps it on the fire you light inside of the 10K Coaching Academy. All right. So for those of you guys that are listening to this right now, that are in the 10K Coaching Academy, that are interested in joining the mastermind, if you want to be considered, just DM me at BMarkFit for the waitlist. Right now, we actually did just open up the waitlist for the 10K Mastermind. And so if you are interested in joining the 10K Mastermind and you want to take your business from like me to we, if you want to take your business from like 5K to 10K to 20K, if you're like if you struggle with any of the problems that I mentioned in this podcast, so if you're like in the academy right now and you're growing, but maybe you feel like you're having a hard time keeping up because you're losing track and you're having a hard time with keeping up with meal plans or program updates and keeping all your clients happy. Maybe you're always working, so you start to work 10 to 12 to 15-hour days. And even though you're making good money, you're tapped for time. Or maybe you feel like you're constantly hitting plateaus. You're like, your coaching business is growing, but all of a sudden you plateau. And then you kick your ass back into gear and then you struggle again. If you want to kind of fucking finally break through and like actually get yourself to $10,000 to $20,000 a month, the mastermind's for you. Maybe you feel like you're spending way too much time in the DMs and on phone calls, and you feel like you literally are at a point where you need to clone yourself. The 10K Mastermind is for you. Also, I'm just going to caveat this, you guys, like you need to be at $5,000 a month to apply for the mastermind. You cannot apply for the mastermind if you are under 5K a month. And we do have a wait list. And I'm also going to let you guys know that applying does not guarantee you entry. We had 75 people apply last time. We only accepted 25 people because like everything I said in this podcast is true. Like we hold you guys to a higher standard and we want to make sure that everybody in the mastermind succeeds. And so we protect the energy of that group and we make sure that the energy of that group stays alive and it stays lit. All right. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This is the Change Lives, Make Money on the Trainer podcast, the #1 show for online fitness coaches who are trying to grow successful online business. If you got value from today's episode, I would love if you guys could DM me on Instagram at bmarkfit if you're interested in the 10K Mastermind and let me know that you're interested in the wait list. All right. Peace and love, guys. Have the best day of your life, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Let's go.